Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector into berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
Friendly bunch.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Noveria works more like the Citadel than any of the other planets. We're not going out in the Mako. We can instead go out via the airlock. Oh, seems I have a couple of things here that I have not yet investigated for new codex entries. And some experience, of course. Here as well. Might be anything in the cockpit? No. Let's head out. There was a report of Geth interest here, but if there is, they sure didn't let us know while we were landing. Let's see if we can find out what's going on. I am going with Ashley and Liara for this mission. Ashley for her combat capabilities, and Liara not just because her biotics will be very useful here, but there's actually a story reason to take her with you on this mission. If you know this game, you know why I'm doing this. You don't have to, of course, but I like the way the story plays out better if you do take her with you.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
I changed their armors.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
And we seem to be all wearing matching colored armor now. That was not intentional, but it ended up happening. And let's make sure everybody has all their points allocated. Let's see. I want some decryption and first aid. Ashley's got 5 points to allocate. There, that'll do. And Liara's got 3. Let's give her some more first aid. And throw. Alright, let's check this place out. It seems that this is the docking bay or something along those lines. I wonder what those things are for. I don't know. Doesn't appear to be harmful.
All this for one damned sorry. I do not like this place. Too many dark secrets.
We don't know anything about this place yet. Let's see. Looks like there's someone over there. Yep. Welcoming committee. Maiko Matsuo. Sounds Japanese.
That's far enough.
Something wrong, officer?
You better hope there isn't.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Back away, nice and slow.
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock!
We're authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons. 1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Well, whether my visit will be confrontational will be entirely up to you. I mean, you were the ones who started demanding things. And okay, you are the police here, but still. You don't have to be such jerks about it. They take their security very seriously, it seems. They've even got combat drones flying around here.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
Okay, I guess we're gonna meet with this Parasini. Lobby, I guess, or something. Arrival hall, whatever. And there is Gianna Parasini.
Weapons detectors. Don't mind the alarms.
Could you turn them off? Kind of annoying.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Analeas. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I can't have my investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an Asari lawyer to see the case through.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An Asari matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
And that is why I'm taking Liara with me. If you hadn't equipped her, or hadn't taken her with you, then, of course, at this point you can still go back to the Normandy and change your squad.
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Then that's where we're going.
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Alright, seems we need to talk to this Administrator Analeas fellow. We're gonna get a whole bunch of sub-missions here. But our first goal is to leave Port Hanshan, get to Peak 15. And for that we need to speak to Administrator Analeas. And the only way to go is take this elevator.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
Yep, we've got elevator rides here, much like in the Citadel, except that here most of the elevator rides are entirely silent.
The managers warned us about you.
Word travels fast, it seems. There's a shop here. It seems that this is some kind of a rival's hall, I suppose. But the weather outside looks horrible. Man, what a blizzard. Glad we're inside. Anyway, I want to speak to the administrator before we deal with anyone else. So that's where we need to go first. And appears to be down there.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you.
Alright, alright. Friendly bunch here. Lots of guards. Look at that weather. Kind of saw what it was like when we were approaching already, of course. But here, from up close, you can really see. Good thing they have the heating on here, I suppose. Giant empty space. Not entirely sure what purpose this serves. And there's Gianna again.
How can I help you?
I'd like to speak to Annaleus.
One moment, please. Mr. Annaleus?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Wow, he said 2 lines, and he already sounds like a jerk. I already don't like him. Annaleus appears to be a Solarian. Is a somewhat sparse office with a combat drone in it. That really adds to the ambience.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Well, let's see if he knows anything about Saren or Benezia.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She's here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? And you didn't think that was weird?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Forget him, Commander. If he won't play ball, I'm sure someone else here will.
I'm sure that the Mako wouldn't have any problems driving in these conditions. We've seen worse. But it seems he's not willing to let us go. We'll have to find another way.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Okay, well, we're done anyway.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
God, I hate him.
Mr. Annaleus isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan.
Sounds like Miss Parsini can help us.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
Well, we can damn well try.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Annaleus.
Let's ask her some questions while we're here.
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
You said I should talk to Lorik Keene?
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan. Keene spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
Yes.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanis Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanis also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Sounds like a conflict of interest to me, but anyway.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media.
Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
So, almost everyone.
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
I guess that makes sense.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
Well, at least someone around here has some personal skills. Alright, I guess we should better go and see this Lorik Keene fellow, if he can help us get a garage pass. Where is he, though? That's the question. This is the plaza. Oh. There's the garage. That's where we want to go. Elevator to Synthetic Insights. That's kind of useless. Elevator to hotel. That's what we need. There's a vehicle parked here. And that goes up quite a while. But we cannot get to the garage without a pass. Or we could try, but it won't work. Well, let's look around on our way to the hotel. Not that there's much to see here. They got some nice water features. Some plants. Some windows showing the blizzard outside. Some skylights showing the blizzard outside. Otherwise, it's kind of sparsely decorated here.